Hello. I've got a sweat on. I'll just show you something first for your regular viewers. I mentioned about Lord Shiva. Have a look. Can you see it up there? There you go. Absolutely beautiful. There's a photo on my Facebook if you want to have a look, a bit of a closer look. Or if not, that's cool. That came from India and it's all gold kind of foils. Those are gold foils, which is wonderful. So I got a Slurpee, I got a fag. We're just back in. I got a real sweat on, real sweat. God knows what the temperature is today. It's quite a dull day, but the sun is coming out. Mr. Solarface is starting to come out. Oh, it's piping hot. Like a fool, I wore a jacket. It was only a light jacket, just, you know, one of my old hippie garments, you know. It was stuck to me, literally stuck to me when I got back. It was so hot. So I had another 20 minutes, I think, 15, 20 minutes of chill out time. I'm still sweating. But I thought I'd make this video while it's kind of fresh in my mind. You know, I empty my head in my videos. And I'm hoping that this isn't going to be too long, but it's, I've got a number of things, all about the same thing, but a number of things to mention really in the video. This video really is aimed at one particular person, but it's applicable to me, you and everybody else, I think. And I want to talk about the chains, you know, that hold us back in life. I went through, years ago, I went through a time, I decided to change my life. I needed to change my life. I needed to progress, to move on. And it honestly felt that I got chains in one hand that's attached to some massive, massive weight. And I'm reaching out, and sometimes I'm reaching in the wrong direction. Sometimes I was reaching out and I didn't quite grab it. Sometimes I just grabbed it with my fingertips. And sometimes I managed to grab it and hold on and even pull myself with this chains and this weight just an inch forward. As soon as you let go, I slid back. So I kept trying to pull forward, and that's what I did, just slowly and slowly and slowly. And these chains, they can be many, many different things, these things that are holding you back. And this is not an exhaustive list. The list is huge, but it could be drink, drugs, family, work, commitments, health reasons that are dragging you back, stopping you moving forward, stopping you progressing, lack of belief in yourself. Sometimes lack of opportunities. You think you're heading in the direction, but there's no opportunities there for you. And it could be all of them and more, millions and millions more. But that heavy weight, those chains, they're just dragging and dragging and dragging. And they like to keep you rooted in where you are. And if not, they like to keep you rooted in the past. You're comfortable there. You know it. You've been there, you've experienced it, you are there, that is you, all of these things, and they prevent you from moving forward. Now sometimes these chains, they can be invisible, but they're still holding you back, and it could be chains made of ghosts. It could be these ghosts of your past, the ghost of once were you, where you went, who you were, what you did, how you lived, who you lived with, whatever. Ghosts of your past could be dragging you back all the time as well. Back into the familiar, back into where you know. There's no hassle there, is there? To stay where you are, there's no hassle. To move forward is a big thing, a big, big thing. So years ago, I was trying to move forward and I was dragging these chains and this weights, and it seemed near on impossible. I ended up, I went to for a job, I went to a hotel, a conference room in a hotel, And I had to be there every single day for 3 weeks. So you walk in first day, a bunch of strangers, about 30-ish people there, and it was far above me, far above my station, we'll call it, far above where I was in life, far above what I could have achieved in life. And it was a struggle, a real struggle. And you got this little man, little voice on your shoulder saying, jack it in, go home. What you got to lose? Go home. Don't put yourself through this, go home. But I wanted it, I wanted to change. Might have been well above me, but I still wanted it. And I really wanted it. It was very hard. Everything was hard. The work was incredibly hard. Really, really hard. But I managed quite well, I thought. Work until silly hours of the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning. I'd go to bed, being up for 6, so I'm at this place for 7:30, 8 o'clock. Crazy times, very, very tired. I spoke to one of my nephews at the time, and he said, how are you getting on? And I said, not well. And I explained my situation, and he said, well, jack it in. If it's not for you, jack it in. I said, I think it is for me though. And he said, well, it doesn't sound like it. I said, well, you know, whatever. I made up my mind that I wouldn't put too much thought into my head as to what I was doing. And I would leave, I'd get ready, all the paperwork ready, everything ready. I would get ready in the morning and I would drive to this hotel, and I wouldn't even think about going in until the road swept around and it went down towards the beach. And every morning I thought, I'll just drive. So I just drove and drove and drove. Just before I got there, I had a decision to make. Do I go in to the hotel or carry on and go down the beach? Go down the beach and jack the job in. Go into the hotel and struggle. And every day I went into that hotel, kind of forced myself to turn left. And I did. And I went to this hotel and struggled. I really, really struggled for weeks. After the first week, I think it was a Friday or something, we had a half a day. We had an examination. We had to write a dissertation on a particular subject. And then we had a load of work to do once we got home. So you didn't have half a day at all. The work that they gave me when I went home took me all afternoon, all evening, and right up into the night. So I really struggled. On the Monday, I remember, it was either the second or the third week. I got a feeling it was only the second week, but God, I was struggling. But so on the second week, on the Monday, we had a series of people coming in to give us talks and stuff like that. And I think it was 10 o'clock tea break, or it was 12 o'clock dinner, something like that. They said the next person has been held up and there's nobody to take their place. So we've got an hour to kill, an hour and a half to kill, something like that. So do whatever you like, you know. I went and had my lunch or tea break, whichever one it was, and I went and sat in the garden, and there was a table and a chair that had kind of been put aside from everybody else, and I went and sat on that, and I read through all the paperwork that I did over the weekend. I read through the exam questions that I'd already taken the exam on the Friday, and I read through my dissertation and my notes, and I just started really going through stuff. Did I do a good job? Am I okay? You know, all the rest of it. So that was that. And on that particular day, there was four bosses in. I think the boss down one was going to be my direct sort of manager if I decided the job was for me. We started off, I think, over 30 people. I can't remember, 34, 35. And slowly and surely people left, or they didn't make the grades, they didn't get the exams, or whatever it was. I know we had to get 60% on the first week on an exam, and some didn't, and they didn't come back Monday. And long story short, but after about 3 weeks there was 8 of us, and 6 of us passed everything, from 30 something. So it was quite a lot of people, sadly, that didn't make the grade. But I was reading through all my stuff. My sort of second in line manager came over and said, "Do you mind if I sit here just for 5 minutes?" And he had a Slurpee with him. I said, "No, that's no problem." Anyway, he sat down and he said, "How's it all going?" I said, "Well, you tell me, you know." And he said, "Well, what do you think?" And I said, "I'm struggling." And he said, "In what way?" I said, "Every way possible." And I said, "I'll be honest with you, I don't even know if I'm coming here the following day. I don't know." And he said, "Really?" And I said, "Yeah." I said, "I get up in the morning, get myself ready, I drive my car, I don't think where I'm going, and I head this direction, and either I'm going to pull into the hotel and we carry on, or I'm going to go down the beach and I'll phone you up and say that's it." And I do that every single day. Every day is a struggle. And he said, "Well," he said, "I can't mark your paper. That's not my remit. I can't mark your paper from Friday. However, I've read your paper. I've read your dissertation as well." He said, "And they are excellent." And I said, "Oh, that's good." And he said, "No, it's better than good." He said, "You have to score 60 to go on to the next sort of stage. I'm not going to score it because I'm not allowed to score it, but he's allowed to put notes on it and things like that, which he's done." And his score for me, his recommended score for me, was 98%. I couldn't believe it, because I thought I'd just scraped through maybe, or nearly got there, and I was going to go. And I thought that's what he was sitting down to tell me. And he said, "Your work is phenomenal." He said, "Your way of writing is fantastic." He said, "It's very concise. I had to write a dissertation. I was arguing on a particular subject, the for and the against, all in one kind of dissertation." And he said, "It's very concise, very powerfully written, and I fully understood and accepted your point of view on both camps, both sides." He said, "And I would give it 98%. So anyway, that kind of spurred me on then. I felt much, much better. And I felt better all of that week, I think. And when I was leaving my house, I was then going to the hotel. Anyway, I got my result through and I got 98%, which was fantastic. There was a couple of other little things that was going on at the time, and I got them through. And you had to get 60% again on these, and I was getting 80, 85%. Absolutely amazing. But it was a struggle, such a struggle, and I was so tired, working till silly hours, as I've said earlier. But I just forced myself, just pushed myself. And I was kind of letting go of these chains, even though it's holding me back. What am I holding on to these chains for? That familiarity, that place doesn't exist anymore. I didn't exist within that place, so I had to let go of those chains and move forward. And it's like a step into the unknown. A frightening world, stepping into the unknown. You haven't got that comfort, you haven't got that thing to hold on to, you haven't got that stuff that was me. All that stuff that was me was fading away, and I was frightened. But I kept pushing forward and pushing forward and pushing forward, and thankfully I did, and I got everything that I needed to get, and it really sort of propelled me forward. But it was such a struggle, such a struggle. But I found, that taught me a couple of things really. It taught that if I'm willing to push for my goal, others will push alongside me, like my manager, for instance. And that's what I want to say in this video really. One of the things I wanted to say is that I'm making this video for one particular person, as I said. That person needs to give a lot of themselves, really push and push and push, to have help from other people. If those people see you pushing for your end goal, they will help as well. If you sit back and do not a lot, they will also sit back and do not a lot. That's what I found in life really. Push yourself, push yourself, push yourself, Others will see you pushing and they come and join you. Life can be a struggle and it can be difficult. And we need to let go of those chains. We need to let go. We have to let go in order to pull forward. Otherwise it's impossible. It's absolutely impossible to progress through life holding on to what once was. And yesterday is dead. It's gone. It's finished. It's history. It no longer exists. We can't live it. Let it go. Move forward. Yeah, whatever you want in life, I think you've got to push for it. See your goal. Aim for that. And if you miss it, aim again. Aim again. Aim again. Go and go and go. One of the things I said to this person in a message was that I believe if you really want something bad enough, you will get it. You will get it. If you want it bad enough. And you've got to want it bad enough. You haven't got to just half-heartedly kind of want something. You've got to really want it. And want it by having a vision, by having a goal, by having dreams, by envisioning yourself there, seeing yourself there, imagining yourself there, pushing through all the mire, all the crap, looking at the end goal. Just focus on that end goal, focus on it and go for it. And like I say, if you miss it, never mind, try a different avenue, reach with a different hand, push harder. Whatever you want, you can have. That's what I believe. And it will come. It will come. Everything always comes. And the universe is fantastic as well at giving us what we need at that particular time. And if you're not ready, the universe will probably let you know that you're not ready. But if you're pushing and pushing and pushing, the universe will help you push. People will help you push. There's a bird scare around here. It's only been for the last couple of days, but it's frightening Bodie. It's making those dogs bark over there. You aren't my little love. You come running in, didn't you? Yeah, we're surrounded by farms here anyway, really, so we've got to allow that. It's a bloody nuisance, really, to be honest. So to that person, but also to you and to myself, see the end goal, push for the end goal, and if you miss, refire again, go again, let go of that past, let go of those ghosts, let go of that chain, let go of what's holding you back, because we don't need that. We think we need it because it's familiar, it's comfortable, it's known, we've lived it. We were that, and we can let go of that and step into the unknown. Life is about taking chances and doing different things and finding a new way through and finding a new you. That's what I believe life is for, really. I hope that's helped to my friends and others. But honestly, I struggled so much. Years ago, I really struggled to get to where I wanted to be getting. It was such a struggle. I can't tell you how much of a struggle it was. I had very little belief in myself. That was what was holding me back. That was my chains. Because we don't always know what's holding us back. But after, you can always learn, can't you? You can always... Hindsight is a wonderful thing. We can look back and I can think, well, I was holding on to those chains because I didn't believe fully in myself. I didn't believe that I could achieve whatever it is I wanted to achieve. And I could have stepped back into my old life. I could have done that quite easily. probably quite happily, but it wasn't really what I wanted. But it's important to keep on firing in that right direction, to keep on aiming in that right direction, to keep on reaching in that direction, to let go of that past. Keep pushing and pushing and pushing. Others will see you pushing and they will push by your side. And I found that over and over again. And I've done that now that I've achieved certain things in life. I have now done that. I have interviewed certain people over the years and I've seen them pushing and pushing and probably not really believing in themselves, and I've pushed alongside them and got them to where they needed to be. And I'm happy to do that. People have done it for me in the past and I've done it for others. So yeah, push, 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 and watch others join you. Have some faith in yourself and believe in yourself, because you can do anything you want. Anything you want. It's just believing in yourself. Okay. There's a life out there if you want to go and grab it. Let go of the past. Grab hold of the future. Take care and be well. Ta-ra. Best of luck.